For the past months, I've been working on an iOS app as a side project. It's not done yet, but I've decided to share my progress occasionally to document the journey and potentially get some people to try the app when it's ready. If you're a developer, you're probably familiar with the graph on your GitHub profile page. It has a grid with a colored square for each day, and the color depends on how active you are on the platform. I like how, while being compact, this graph holds a lot of data points and that at a glance you can see key information without digging into actual numbers behind it. While this one is specific to GitHub, I wanted to have something similar for any habit I'm tracking. And most importantly, I wanted it right on my iPhone's home screen. And in a nutshell, that is my initial idea for the app, tracking habits using this awesome grid visualization. But as it turns out, there are a lot of cool features I can implement on top, which I hope to cover in future devlogs. One habit I chose to track first is actually working on this app every day as consistently as I could. I hope you appreciate nice recursion right there. And while I didn't have a functioning app at the time, I started to track my progress in a simple table that would resemble the grid I was going for eventually, which kind of confirms the joke that most apps are just a fancy UI on top of a spreadsheet. But now let me show you what I've made until this point. I have the app functioning enough to use it myself, but it's still a long way until I'd consider it ready for the App Store. Waffles is kind of a placeholder name for the app, but I will try to come up with something better. In the current state, I can create a new habit with a name and an icon, then start checking in either from the app itself, or I can also add a widget on the home screen. And thanks to interactive widgets added in iOS 17, I can check in without even opening the app, which is currently my use case 90% of the time. Implementing the grid turned out to be the trickiest part so far. It had to align properly with the rest of the UI and fit on different screen sizes, so it not only dynamically changes the number of columns, but also slightly adjusts the spacing between cells, so the grid always fits exactly into the container it's given, without any weird extra spaces on either side. As you've seen already, the grid also animates in some cases, which definitely adds complexity to the implementation, but I'm happy with how it turned out, and it does add a bit of delight to the whole experience of using the app. I want to briefly mention the tech stack I'm using. It's Swift and Swift UI all around without any third-party dependencies for now, and the data is stored locally using a built-in SQLite database. So far, I've been enjoying this minimal setup and I intend to keep it this way. Thank you for watching, folks. If you've enjoyed this devlog, give it a like and consider subscribing to the channel, and I hope to see you in the next one.